Hello viewers, welcome back. In this session, we are going to see how to read the values from edit text and passing it to a text view. So here I am going to create a simple layout where an edit text to enter an employee name. When the user click on the submit button, it is going to send the value whatever you entered in this edit text is going to be set to the text view. So to design this view, I need three elements, that is edit text, button and text view. So the alignment of these views is different. It's not one below the other. That is why we prefer to go with relative layout. Now let's create a project. Open Android Studio. Go to new file, new project. Select empty activity. Click on next. So name the project or application as reading values from edit text. Just simply taking 80. Click on finish. It will take some time to build the project. I will build running. Project has created successfully. First and foremost thing, go to split view. Change your parent from constraint layout to relative layout and start adding the elements or the views to the relative layout. The first one is edit text to enter the values. Width is match parent, height is wrap content. As we know, the default attributes is hint, so that the user will understand what to enter here. It's a hint underscore name. There is no such string. So don't ever call like enter your name or something like that. Just simply name. So here as it is employee name, I'm just taking EMP name, so that the user can understand that, okay, I need to enter EMP name here. So seems to be spelling mistake. X. Perfect, no issues. So after this, input type is mandate. So what you are going to enter here, employee name. So it is going to be a person name, right? So text person name is the input type, and close the edit text attribute. And then we need a button here. Submit the value, enter in the edit text. Button width wrap content, height is also wrap content. There should be a label for the button. So just go for Android text, which is a string reference again. So here you can say what it is, submit button. So you can simply call sub or maybe submit button txt, so that it is nothing but submit button text. So what it should be, simply submit or send, whatever it is, fine. Submit, done. As we know that the default position of any views in the relative layout is top left corner. Actually, this should be at the below of your edit text on the right hand side. So we already know the parent relation. So I'm just going to add the parent relation here for this button, that align parent and true. So but it should be below your edit text. So for that I need a ID reference. So create an ID for the view what you are referring. Here it is edit text. Now you can say simply it is as name underscore et. Okay, name edit text. So now where this button should be, below your name et. Done. First I'll complete the design. We need a text view to read and set the value whatever we received from the button click. So text view, I'm just going to add a text here, but I don't want to give any dummy text. For the development purpose, we have an option something like tools, so which is allow us to add a dummy text to this tools text. I'm just going to give app name. So it will give you the value here. So now it should be the styling of this particular text. I'm going to keep that as italic. Change the text size to 24 or 22 or whatever it is. I'm just taking 22 SP and with closing bracket of the text view. Here it is showing where exactly it should be at the bottom. So now again parent relation. So just you type parent, P-A-R-E. So parent bottom true, and it should be on the right hand side. Or if you want to keep it here, it's okay, fine, let it be. So this is how it looks like here at the bottom. If you're expecting any text color, you just add a text color. So go with this. It's look like this. All done with the UI. But for the functionality, for button, what we need to add an attribute, one and only one attribute it is on click for functionality. So provide your method name here. So just read values method. There is no such method yet created, so just create it. Yeah. So our code is going to be here. But I have another text view where whatever the value I read is going to be displayed here. So I need to create an ID. So load it into your activity, that is main activity. You can simply say result text, result underscore txt. Already I told you, please make sure that whatever the IDs or the names you are giving, use underscore to differentiate the what in the XML code. When you are loading it into the activity Java file, so use uppercase, nothing but Java naming conventions. Now, whatever the value you read, it should be assigned to a text view. So for button click, it is already given. For the text view, you have to load the view into your activity using find view by ID method. We already know that. So that where it is result data or result value, whatever you can say, result data, that is a text view. So result data is equals to, you have to load all the views inside your on create method only. Means whenever that activity is created, immediately it will fetch the data, it will load the views into the activity. So there won't be any problem on the UI thread. And view by ID, r dot id dot, you're referring an ID, resource type is ID. The name of the ID is just, I remember, result underscore text, end with semicolon. So now when the user click on the button, it should read the value first. How to read the value? To read a value, you need an edit text object as well. So do we have any edit text? Yeah, ID has been created, load it. So the type of the view is edit text. So here you are reading the value, right? Data input, you are giving data input here. Data input, same. Data input is equals to find view by ID, ID dot, the name of the ID is what I kept, let me check. Name ET, done. And with semicolon. So just comment it here. You have to comment. This is a good practice. The professional loading views. So that if any new developer comes onto this old project, so that would be easy for them to find all of those views loading statements at one place and reading value statement at one place, something like that. So whenever the user click on the submit button, it should read the value from where the edit text. What is the edit text object? Data input dot. So you're trying to get it right. Simply get text. Already I told you there is only two methods in any technology: getter methods and setter methods. When you're setting something, use setter methods. When you're getting something, get methods. Set color, get color. Set text, get text. So like this. Now, so data input dot get text dot. It should be converted into string format. Okay. So you got this value, but what is this value is the value whatever you enter. So now you have to store that into a string. So string, let's say simply my value is equals to. So whatever the value you have entered in the edit text is going to be read with this statement. Okay, and now assigning that value to the variable called my value. So after reading this, what you have to do, you should submit to the text view. So what is my text view object name? Result data dot. What you are doing now, setting. What you are setting a text. Set text. You can see here set text. The second type is character sequence. What is that character sequence or a string type is my value. You can see here there is a string resource IDs as well. My value. I set the value to this. Now run your project. Gradle build running launching activity. Yeah. So are you able to see this particular text here? No. Why? Because I kept that in such a way with tools.text so that it is only visible for the designing purpose only for the developers while you're writing. In the real time, it will be invisible. So earlier in olden days, we used to write in such a way like uh, we'll give a dummy text and we'll say visible text dot visible gone. Instead of that, we got a new API called tools. So where we'll use tools colon text, tools colon src, something like that. So means for the debugging purpose, you'll see the result here. But when you run your project originally, you don't see that. And when you run directly, when the action is getting performed, then only you'll see the result. Now I'm going to enter the value here. So the employee name is Venkatramana Ganji. Click on submit. The value has been submitted and it is showing here. Now let's see. If you observe here, the moment I click on submit button, this value field is not getting cleared. So that should be set clear, right? How to do that? Whenever you click on submit button, it should set the value to the set text and clear that particular edit text. What is that edit text object here? The data input. So set data input dot set text to an empty. Okay. Now run your project once again. Yeah. Click on submit. See, previously whatever you have added, it is there. Now submit. The value has been set to the text view and this field has been cleared. Now you add something else. Let's take Anil. Click on submit button. The value has been set to Anil and this field has been cleared. So this is how we are going to read the value from edit text. What is the first step? Create your edit text and the button and the respective text view to read and set the value. When the user click on submit button, it should call onClick method. The onClick is going to trigger a method name called read values. The control will enter into this. So the moment the control entered here, it will check for the edit text object to read the value using getText method, and all that value has been set here to a string called my value. So even instead of writing in 2 lines directly, I can make it 1 line. So here only directly you add like this data input dot getText dot toString. You need not to create one more statement, one more string and assigning the value to it and later setting it up. Now run your project. So this is how you have to reduce the number of lines of code. Now just enter the value like eKida. Click on submit button. The value has been assigned here. It is cleared. So both are working. Okay. So this is how we work with reading the values from the edit text. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's catch up in the next session.